Everybody wants everybody else to be an all-star, it feels like, in all these sports. And I always say, yeah, that's fine. I'd like to know if somebody would have asked Draymond Green, who are you taking out? Okay, I'm looking at, McLovin.
It is. I can't figure it out. I don't know who you would take out.
First of all, why do we have to have a designated center?
Right.
Rudy Gobert is a nice story. You know, the Stifle Tower, great nickname. Utah had a really good year, surprised people. He's not one of the top 10 players in the game. Why is he second team All-NBA? It's because we have no more centers in the game. Yeah, McLovin.
So they have to kill it. Go 3 forwards because the problem is...
No, I put the best players on the first team, second team, third team.
Oh, without any...
No. The game has changed. Steph Curry is not your typical point guard. LeBron's a point guard. He's listed as a forward. He's not a forward. So Isaiah Thomas, is he a point guard or a 2 guard? Or is Gordon Hayward a 3 or a 2? You know, who's a 5 and who's a 4?
Well, they don't distinguish power in small forward. So you don't have to worry about, at least you don't have to worry about point guard, shooting guard. But who do you take off?
But I'm putting somebody on there because of their position, not because they were the best player. That's where it's flawed. I don't like this at all. LeBron, Kawhi, Anthony Davis, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Greek Freak, Kevin Durant, Rudy Gobert, Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas. Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, DeAndre Jordan, John Wall, and DeMar DeRozan.
So does Rudy Gobert make it because they needed a center for a second-team All-NBA?
Yes. Yes, and the only other center is DeAndre Jordan, who, 20 years ago, he'd be probably a great center. But in today's game, DeAndre Jordan's not a great center. Rudy Gobert is a great defender. He's got talent. I don't want that to be lost here, but he's not one of the top 10 players in the game. DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, a couple years ago, Tyson Chandler made third-team All-NBA.
Because now
he averaged 11-9 though. 11-9.
Yeah, but he did help when he was in Dallas.
Sure.
When they won the title, he was as valuable as anybody on that team because he gave them defensive presence, gave them an attitude, and they lack that. All right, so who are we leaving out? Klay Thompson instead of DeMar DeRozan?
See, I'm the only one. I disagreed with you this morning on that. I think DeRozan gets the edge because the Raptors are so good and he scores so much, 27 points a game.
Are the Raptors that good?
51 wins. He scored 27 a game, had a decent shooting percentage. I know, it's so boring. I can't remember any of them.
So they were 10 games over 500.
Pretty good. I mean...
Yeah. John Wall's
if you put DeRozan on the Warriors, he'd probably be pretty good too. 22 a game.
Yeah. I just don't have Rudy Gobert in there at all. I don't even want to have DeAndre Jordan's not one of the top 15 players. He's just not. Karl Anthony Towns to me is better. I'd take Karl Anthony Towns. Chris Paul didn't make it. Cousins put up big numbers, but nobody's going to vote for him. Paul George, Gordon Hayward, Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving didn't make it, Damian Lillard. Now, do I think that where you play has something to do with this? Yes, I do. But I don't know. I don't want to have a center in there because the game has changed. Tim Duncan is a forward, but he played center. So he's, we look at him as the greatest forward of all time. He would not be the greatest center of all time. Like he created his own niche. He said, no, I'm the forward here. Kristaps Porzingis is 7'4". Now, he would be a center normally, but in today's game, he's not. So he's your stretch 3 or 4 or whatever he is. But we don't have positions anymore, right? It used to be that you had your point guard, your shooting guard. Now it's sort of all mixed in there. I got combo. Isaiah Thomas is a scoring point guard. Tim Hardaway was a scoring point guard. That it just changed. I don't like this All-NBA. And because of that, because we put in Rudy Gobert and DeAndre Jordan because they're centers, did you cost Paul George and or Gordon Hayward the opportunity to stay in Utah and Indiana? And $30 million. Maybe.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.